Fingers crossed and hopefully the COVID pandemic is finally in the rearview mirror. And that means that Century House is opening up as the province shifts into its stage 3 pandemic lifting of restrictions. For a look back and a look forward as to what that means for the Century House membership, Francis Blake, the Century House Association president, joins us on the summer edition of Talk New West. Welcome to Talk New West.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here.
Okay, we're all still living through something quite extraordinary. What was your own, before we get to Century House, what was your own personal experience, or is continuing, I guess, with the pandemic?
Well, my first experience was the fact that wearing masks and social distancing, and I'd been volunteering at a food hub. And I was very nervous because my husband has immune deficiency, and not everyone coming to pick up food, they were not wearing masks. And I was extremely nervous. So that was the beginning of my sort of pandemic, realizing how serious it was because the numbers kept going up and up. But other than that, I've been very busy working either with the executive of Century House or I've even managed to volunteer at the school for a few outside craft items that we were able to make. So I was kept very busy, but I do find I'm still very nervous. I'm not going out without my mask. I'm still wearing my mask. I'm not following the arrows so much in the stores anymore, but I don't think anyone else is. But other than that, the pandemic, the major effect was not meeting friends and family.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now the province is reaching and implementing its stage 3 removal of pandemic restrictions. What does that mean in 25 words or less for Century House as it continues to get back to normal?
Well, I was over there yesterday, and it seems to me that things are opening up more. Masks are recommended, but not mandatory. Same with safe distancing. And there was quite a few people in there signing up, renewing their memberships. So I think it means that we're moving forward, but not quite as quickly as we would in normal times.
Personally, am I able to go in and get a coffee and a cinnamon bun?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
And you can either eat it there, but you sit at a table, and there's 4 chairs at a table. And they're trying not to have people visiting back and forth too much. But yes, you can get, or you can pick it up and take it out.
Okay, wonderful. Then I'm happy.
Yeah.
Now, as I understand it, all Century House memberships lapsed over the last 16 months. And the process to reapply is underway. How do people get their memberships reinstated?
So they have to go into the office and they'll reinstate them. Now, yesterday I did mine. So my original one expired January 7th, 2021. And my renewal one now is August 16th, 2022. Mm-hmm. And I did not have to pay a membership fee at this time. Because they carried it over, I think.
Oh, I see. So is there, you have to go in person? Is there an online?
Yes, you have to go into person because you're going to get your card.
Okay.
You're going to get a new card with your a new expiry date.
Okay. All right. Now, this is kind of a futures question. Given that the pandemic required us to much more of a reliance on social media, especially Zoom, do you think that trend will continue at Century House?
Yes, absolutely. When I attended one of Shelley's coffee break Zoom meetings, we had a vote, and the vote was unanimous that we would continue on with the coffee breaks with Shelley.
Okay.
Even after the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping that more and more programs will come online so that people that are housebound or have a tight schedule and can't get to Century House in person will be able to do some of the activities. Now, I'm not sure about whether the yoga will continue on through Zoom or not, but it's something in the future, that's for sure. I think there'll be more and more done through the internet. And
Well, I
through-
guess that means a lot more work for the Seniors Embracing Technology Committee in terms of helping out those of us who aren't as familiar or have trouble with their electronic devices, just how to connect online.
Exactly. And I'm one of those people, thanks to Joy and yourself and Tim and everyone, I've been able to do a lot more than I ever thought I could do. So I figure if I can do it, most people should be able to do it, because I was totally ignorant about it. And I only got a cell phone, and you helped my husband and myself at one of the sessions there to learn about our phone. And that was the beginning.
Okay, and now, and I assume that that would mean that in terms of spreading the word and delivering programs and services, that there would be it's kind of a hybrid blend of in-person and online.
Yes. Yes, I can't see like fitness and fun with the moderate exercise and that. I can't see that ever going online. It's like a social outing as well, because they often stop and have coffee afterwards. So there's that social aspect of being actually at Century House.
Yeah, you don't want to lose that.
No.
And in terms of the Century House Board of Directors, the executive, what's on the radar for the coming year?
Well, we've been working on policies and procedures so that we have a definite outline, because we've run into situations where we're not sure, like there's a gray sort of area about whether the city looks after it or whether the association should look after it. So we're trying to get those lines sort of more defined. And we're always working, Shelley's always looking for new items to promote. And we try and work as hard with Shelley and the city staff to bring on new programs. And Shelley and Jacqueline and the staff have really been fantastic.
I think so, yes.
They've supported us.
All right. Well, I really want to thank you for this, and a good conversation, and I think things are brightening up for Century House in all kinds of directions.
I think they are. I really do. And thank you so much for inviting me. I really appreciate that.
Okay, and we'll talk again.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye now.